It's not the ideal situation, but the ideal situation will never present itself. What will present itself is opportunity to fix it. So now it seems as though I'm not able to get... Why is it that this is the case? Hey, I could just give up. I could do that, but I'm not going to because giving up sucks. There's no reason to. No. Oh, okay, it's a Google Chrome tab. That's why. Got it. Man, it would be nice if they just made an app that like handled everything, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be fantastic? But that can't be the case. Never be the case. All right, let's go live on Instagram. Pop that up and get our 3 followers over that way. And but that doesn't matter because I've got my... well, now that I've already gone live here on Twitch today, I don't think that notification will go out twice, unfortunately. So, well, it's good that we've got Spider-Man here, which is fantastic. That's all I really... Does it jiggle? That was... I think I went live like 3 seconds ago. I've already been asked if it jiggles. Yes. Hey, Stella. Oh, my goodness. Hi. Glad to see you. I'm currently 1,000 pounds. What should I do? I think that's a self-report to the Guinness World Records. I don't know if anyone's been that weight. Sarah, hey there. I do have Twitch and YouTube working now. If you want to be over there, but that's all up to you. Declan, hi. Hello there. Cece Wild, wonderful. Hi there. I can't confirm, did not get a notification, was just sitting here brimming with excitement and refreshing. Hey there. Oh, those are words. Hey there, Keegan. Glad to see you, buddy. Currently starting my weight loss journey. Well, congratulations. I would like to welcome you to this wonderful world, as well as tell you that you and I are on the same journey. Now, you may see me as a different plane after losing 110 pounds as I have, but I'm not. If you've decided to start, you and I are on the same page. Exactly as you are. You just keep doing things over and over until you have a different thing. That's all it is. I'm 4'5", 7,056 pounds. How do I fix myself? Can we just really... If I'm going to lose all my Instagram people here, but I'm going to do... the total daily energy expenditure calculator at calculator.net. And I want to see, what is it if I were to do, let's just say this guy is 18 because there's no chance that he's really an adult. So 7,056 pounds and his height is it doesn't even go to 4'5", so we're just going to have to do 4'7". We'll say that he's sedentary because I doubt that someone who's 7,056 pounds could have an activity level. That doesn't seem right. It's telling this person to eat 4,700 calories per day. I think that person, to be healthy, would have to eat quite a bit more than 4,700 calories, really, to be safe. But anyway, let's now the fun stuff's out of the way. How do I push through a plateau? Well, it depends on a lot of factors. So I did title this How to Push Past a Plateau because I know a lot of you at the moment are experiencing something that I am personally very proud of. I'm proud of the fact that I'm not gaining or losing. I would like to gain a little bit more weight, but I am proud of the fact that I've not gained fat in a way that is not controlled. You know, it's because there was a lot of weight gain in my life that was out of my control, but all of the weight gain that I've experienced in the last 2 years has been within my control, or it didn't feel like it was in my control back in the day. So it's I've been on a journey myself, lost 130 pounds. Wow, good for you. One of the biggest difficulties is avoiding checking my weight every day. What are you getting from checking your weight every day? Has it, if you're getting valuable information and it's something that allows you to tweak your progress and move forward in a way that's positive, by all means, if weighing yourself every day is something that you can do emotionally uninvested, go ahead and do it. I do know some people that do it that way and they plot it out on a chart and it works for them. That all being said, that's a rare few. It's not often that we're stepping on the scale every day to get data. We're stepping on the scale every day to get how we're supposed to feel that day. We're getting our emotional gauge rather than a data gauge, and it doesn't help in any capacity. So it really just depends on what you're going for. Are you going there to be informed, or are you going there to be hurt? Because a lot of you are stepping on the scale to hurt yourselves, and it's not helping. But you would think, well, if I just keep monitoring my weight, then I should have a better gauge of what it is, and I should be able to control it a little bit better. But that would be the same thing as like going to get a checkup at the doctor every day. Like at a certain point, you've seen everything that you're going to see. You've been told everything you're going to be told. You need to wait a little while, get some more data. If you are sick, then we need about a month of that to, sick, so to speak, in terms of the doctor checkups analogy. But there's a solid chance you're not sick. If what you're doing is working and you see progress, just give it a month. And then when you step on the scale the next time, you see a whole bunch of progress that happened. Because guess what? Now you've got a month behind you. Okay, but on a real note, I am 6'2", 240 pounds, but I'd say I'm quite muscular, and I've been really fat before, I'm really skinny before, but recently I can't control my binging sometimes, but I think it's mostly a mental thing. You are correct. It is always a mental thing. And before anyone drops in with, it's leptin, it's ghrelin, it's emotion. It's what it is. We may have some haywire things that are going on in our bodies. There might be there's a couple of rare people out there who really genuinely cannot feel whether or not they're full or whatnot. But for the majority of us, we're not eating because we're hungry. We're eating because we're sad. We're eating because we're procrastinating. We're eating because we're stressed. Procrastination binging is huge for me. By the way, Instagram, if anybody's still here, because those numbers deteriorate quickly, I would love to invite you to come over to YouTube or Twitch, which is where I'm focusing all my efforts these days. So let's catch on up on the Twitch. Bailey, I'm doing great. Yes, Twitch, the better live platform. Yes, the distinguished platform indeed. I think you broke the calculator. I might have. I don't have time to look at it right now, though, but I'd like to see if maybe I did break it. I lost 130 pounds to a British, and I lost my wallet at the train station. I like to check my weight every day because I want the data to feel like a little scientist. Hey, if it doesn't bother you, I personally, I don't think it would help me at all. There have been times where I've weighed myself, 2 or 3 times in a day, and obviously that's not going to help me at all. So, now it's last time I weighed myself, I think it was like weight is not important to me. It's what can I do with my body? How healthy do I feel? Are my lifts going up? Because now I'm back at the gym, so my lifts went up today. I went in earlier, and I'm like, oh, cool. I can push a little bit more than I did last time. Great. I am improving somehow, so things must be okay. I've got the visual check in the mirror. I'm doing okay. I'm really just going by strength and feel right now. Used to weigh myself every single day. It did nothing but make me angry, so I very rarely do it now. Even if I were to weigh myself every day, I would start to focus tremendously on the number that I was looking at every day rather than all the things that I'm doing off the scale. I only live on the scale for 5 seconds a day. I live everywhere else the rest of the day. How am I going to optimize my experience that I have around the scale every day? How am I going to do that? Am I even thinking about that? Am I even thinking about making my life better, or am I just taking things away from myself until there's something beneath it that's better? Because that's not going to work. I can't just start removing to improve things. I'd weigh myself sometimes even twice a day. That's just self-sabotage. Yeah, because like right here, I weigh whatever I'm weighing right now. I don't even know. I weigh more. But I'd never step on the scale holding this. I would put this away. In fact, I'm like stripping down, getting naked before I step on the scale. Because I want every bit that can be removed to not be there, to not be included in the number. Just like, stepping on the scale at the doctor's office with my fucking shoes on. Like those weigh, I don't know, 5 pounds or some shit, whatever shoes weigh. That's not an accurate number. Neither is stepping on the scale halfway through your day when you've eaten something or had something to drink. My dad is weighing himself like 5 times a day. It's enough. Yeah, I'm aware of that situation. So it's you've seen secondhand and firsthand how weighing yourself all the time doesn't help. Hey, Mike, is there any way to get like a mental health checkup? Like you go to the doctor and the dentist and such for a yearly checkup, but what about for your mind? That's called a therapist, my friend. But before I leave you with that snotty answer, I think therapy should be treated just as we treat doctors and dentists, where we go in for checkups. I really don't believe in the idea of doing therapy just constantly, every single week for years. Because at that point, are you getting good at therapy, or are you learning something about yourself? It's one of the reasons that with my one-on-one coaching, I do it in periods of 10 weeks, at which point we will reevaluate. By the way, if anybody's watching on TikTok, I'm not able to see your comments. I would love if you popped over to YouTube or Twitch so I can see you. I think I may have changed the text on my thing, so maybe you're not able to see that. But yes, I'm not able to see the Twitch comments at the moment. But yes, I think we should be treating therapy in the same way that we do checkups, where we just go in for a checkup and we talk to somebody who gets it. We talk to somebody who knows, and we don't have to do it all the time. We need, like I said before, with the scale, it's the same reason we don't want to weigh ourselves every day. We need more data. We need things to dig through. We need things to figure out. And showing up every day or every week for that is, in the beginning, I think it's necessary. Because you can't just do one therapy session and then leave for 6 months and come back. Like, we need periods of like, okay, this is how long we're going to do it. And just like I said before with my one-on-one coaching, I set up these 10-week increments so that we can reevaluate around the 8 to 10 week mark and be like, hey, are you doing well here? Do you want to keep going at this pace? Do you want to slow down? Do we need to double down? Do we need to do some things differently? I like having those checkpoints to reevaluate. And my first ever client, he's still with me, and I've had people that have just done the 10 weeks and cut out. And I don't know where they are. And then there are some people that have done the 10 weeks and they're out there in the world just doing fine. They got exactly what they needed from me. There are some people that they come with me every other week. I've got one person that I meet with every month. It's different approaches for different people. That's how it is. So yeah, that's what the mental health checkup would be, I think. What's it? Sounds like him not going back for the 6th is what's holding him back. I think it's 99% of gamblers give up right before they hit big. Bestie is getting stronger. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Doing good. I'm going back to the gym for the first time in over a year tomorrow, and I'm very nervous. I'm going to see a personal trainer who saw me at my lightest, so I'm embarrassed to show him up 100 pounds. Show up 100 pounds heavier. Any advice? Well, first of all, if your personal trainer has some shit to say about the fact that you've gained weight, you need a better personal trainer. That's for sure. They're not there to judge you. They're there to personal train you. So if it's like, I doubt somebody's going to comment on your weight, They're supposed to just take you as is and just work with you as you are, where you are, which is exactly what we do here. So, don't worry about it. I posted in a video yesterday or the day before, something like that. The gym is not for being strong, it's for getting strong. Which is, I was pretty proud of that. I said that. I don't know if maybe somebody said that before, but in the gym, I'm like, that's a good line. I'm going to say that. And then I said it in a video. I was compelled to just record it right there in the gym. Yeah, the gym is not about being strong. It's about getting strong. If you show up, you've done the thing you're supposed to do, which is show up. That's where the strength is. It's not in the lifts. It's about doing the lifts. It's not about, once you put the weight down, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. Actually trying to be helpful. If there's a good personal trainer, they'll know that life can throw curveballs at anyone in terms of their fitness. There's no sin in gaining weight, just not being kind to ourselves, according to the cult we worship anyway. Exactly. Just popping over to Instagram here for a moment to let everybody know. Come on over to YouTube or Twitch, so I'll definitely see your comments. But I do see this comment here. Worst type of push-up variation, in my opinion. Is there a bad one necessarily? No, it's really that different push-up variations are going to hit different muscle groups. If you're wide, you're going to hit right here a little bit more. If you're closer in, you're going to hit your triceps and the not that there's a middle chest, but you'll feel it in your middle chest. If you need to be doing it on your knees, that's a good one. If you're trying to build up your strength, deficit push-ups are good to get that. My least favorite, definitely the wide ones. They just don't feel very good. But everything's going to hit if you've got proper form and you're working on the eccentrics and the concentrics properly. You're going to hit the muscles you're supposed to hit. So I wouldn't say there's a terrible push-up variation. Oh, you know what? The one-handed push-up. That's the one I don't like. I don't like the one-handed push-up. It sucks. There's no stability. You're not really working out a muscle. It's just like a strength thing. Like it's a show-off exercise, like the deadlift. It's not really doing anything for you aside from making other people think you're strong. So, yeah, there it is. That's my answer. The one-handed push-up. I don't like it. Not a fan of it at all. I am an ass and project my insecurities when I say that I assume all gym bros like personal trainers hate fat people, but I do think he's a genuine good dude and probably will understand. I haven't worked out with him specifically in like 3 to 4 years. Life happens. The idea that people have of gym bros is often because of the idea that we get of them from, I think a lot. Oh, can you hear me? I know you can hear me. That's all that really matters. Let me pop up my thing here. Deactivate, and we should be good. I gotta replug in my microphone. Goodbye, everyone on Instagram. Okay. We are so back. Hey, okay. That should be good. We're back. If anyone is still here from Instagram, good for you, beating the odds. So let's get back on over here. But the idea that people have of gym bros, so to speak, is from Instagram, because everyone on Instagram is so goddamn shitty because Meta keeps pushing people who are bullying because it increases engagement. So can I go to a therapist for a checkup? Because the prevailing notion from what I've heard is to just go and you need to work through something, not just for a check. Yeah, I'm not talking about going in once. Like, set up a period of 6-10 weeks or something where you're just going to work through something. Like, I don't do one-off sessions. People have asked me, like, do you do one-off coaching sessions? And I don't do it because there are some people that will. I'm not a fan of it because I just feel like you can't really get enough done in a situation like that. But I also don't like just signing on for an indeterminate period of time, unless, of course, I know the person and it's like, okay, I know that we can make progress every week or every other week, whatever interval we choose to work in, because I know what you need. You know what you need, and I know that you're able to enact it. So it's it's everyone's a little bit different. Push-ups off a cliff aren't that great. Yeah, probably not. The push-ups I do to get off the floor while my toddler is trying to jump on me aren't always the best form. Well, that's fine. That seems like a little bit more utility than anything. All this talk about push-ups is tempting me to tell everyone to do some push-ups right now. I'll do some push-ups. Wait, deadlifts don't do anything? Deadlifts are a fantastic way to throw out your back. So, if that's something you're looking for, if you're like, my back feels too good right now, deadlift is great for you. But you'll have the juiced up steroid guys popping in. You don't even know, bro. Like, no, you injected everything you have. You don't even have, that's not even a real body. That's make-believe muscles. You've got fucking anchor arms. Shut the fuck up. Like, we are essentially, like, for all intents and purposes, different species. Our bodies do not operate the same way. So the things that work for you do not work for us. Different things. So yeah, I stay away unless you're trying to be in terrible pain and die in your 40s from steroids. Then stay away from the deadlift. Hey, I want to do some push-ups. You want to do some push-ups? Everyone's like, no, I don't want to do push-ups. We should do some push-ups. I'm feeling a little bit restless. I like getting up. I like moving. Feels good. If it's not push-ups, just do something. Just move around. That's it. Just get up and walk around for a minute. I need an IT department. Do deadlifts not do anything? I would love to never do them again. It's not that they don't do anything. It's just that the benefits are far, far, far outweighed by the risks. Like, yes, if you were to attach yourself to an EKG thing, not an EKG, what's the thing that tests muscle electricity? Like, yeah, you are going to get certain muscle activation, but it's so much better to not do it that you can hit a couple of different other exercises. And yes, you would have to do them separately and it would take you a little bit longer, but also like becoming paralyzed and throwing your back out and being in such pain that you never want to go back to the gym again isn't terribly optimal, is it? Yeah, if you don't like the deadlift, even if there's the perfect workout, it feels good, it gives you 100% efficiency, and it's the greatest compound movement in the world. If you just don't like it, don't do it. Don't do it. Just simply don't do the thing you don't like. That's all. There are certain lifts and movements that I don't do because I don't like them, and I just do other things instead. That's all. I don't. We usually make it a half hour. I don't have a timer right now because for whatever reason my chat box didn't pop up this time. But yeah, if anyone doesn't want to do deadlifts or any lift at all, let me know in the comments what your least favorite lift is, and I'll tell you whether or not you need to do it. If there's a lift that you don't like, you don't have to do it. You can just find a different way to do it. So the idea of a mental health checkup is a good idea. I'm confused. Yeah. Just like not a one-off thing. I don't want it to be like you go in for one therapy session and you're like, okay, cool, I'm cured. Like you got to be able to work on stuff. I'm having a great back day today. Let's break it with some deadlifting. Right. I don't, it's so uncomfortable to do. You're just doing it wrong, bro. No, if I'm doing it wrong, I don't want to do it right. Because doing it right is, I have to wear a fucking brace forever. That's not a fan. I see a Chiro monthly because of deadlifts. Oh my God, stop. We're not in our early 20s and juiced up to the fucking gills. You can't handle that shit. I can't handle it. You think I'm in shape. I can't handle it. I had tricep yesterday. I don't want to do the push-up. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We were going to do push-ups. Hey, everybody, up right now. I don't care what you do. Get up. Just walk around. Do laps in whatever room you're in. Just move around for a minute. I'll keep the time. Let's admit it. Oh, I'm so red. Oh, good God. We're back. They don't. What do you mean they don't count if I'm wearing a shirt? I can't do that again. Okay, thank you. So I don't feel like there's something wrong that I need to work through. How long should I expect to be going for a basic assessment of overall mental health? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. If you feel like it's up to question, maybe go talk to somebody. Go for a month. Give it a shot. Worst thing that happens is you're like, I didn't really even need anything. I'm fine. And then you just stop doing it. And you're okay. Or you connect with a really good therapist or somebody that ends up pinpointing something. You're like, I never thought of it that way. And, I'm out of breath. That was good. But yeah, I'm an enabler. Keep it up. No, Mike, you missed the point. What was the point? What did I miss? Hold on, Sarah. Wait, what did I miss? Everything off with the socks. Keep the socks. Sarah, I'm trying to have a career and keep people's stomachs settled. I think I would make people ill. The AI overlords and the people watching were much more important to me. Oh my goodness. I really took a whole bunch out of me, didn't I? I had worked out the chest and shoulders and stuff yesterday, so certainly not. But I'm just out of breath. I'm going to keep everything on, but the socks. Yeah, there you go. I got up and started supper. Thanks for the reminder, man. Of course. Thank you for being the one person to tell me that you got up when I told people to get up. Cool. My pumps are usually the best indicator of target muscle. The horny bit is just so interesting that we do here. There's no blood in my brain right now. What was I doing? Honestly, it's more about talking through what you're feeling than diagnosing and treating something. Yes, once a month worked for me at the beginning, and I do it once every 3 months. See, that ends up working for you. It's always good to have a period of more regularity in the beginning, and then if you need to back up, you back up from there, And then if you don't need to back up, you don't back up, and you keep going. I'm about to have that reevaluation point with one of my clients here. We talked about it this week, and they were like, yeah, I think I might just need to do, maybe another 5 or 10 weeks or something like that, and then reevaluate and see where we go. I'm like, okay, cool. And this is a person who's making progress. They're not doing it that way because it's like, I haven't gotten anything from it. It's just like, I want to make sure that these habits are cemented. I want to make sure that everything's good. So it's really your course of treatment is up to you, whatever you take and however you do it. Oh, Sarah left us. I have to drop for some family festivities. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Sarah, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm glad that you were. Where can I find you on YouTube? You can find me at Mike Needs a Plan pretty much anywhere. It doesn't matter where you find me. It's Mike Needs a Plan for the most part on all the major platforms. So I think you type in Mike Needs a Plan. I think my algorithm might be biased at this point. But if you type in Mike Needs a Plan there, you'll probably find it. If not, you can go to the link at my bio, Linktree/Mike Needs a Plan, and you can get that there. So you'll be able to find it. Made nuggets for those who would like to know. Oh, cool. Delicious nuggets. During that exercise minute, I did get up and walk around my apartment. Naked, of course, so the steps actually count. I'm going to have to check on the science. I may have to talk with Jeff Nippert on that one. To make sure that all lines up. Do we get more benefit from doing it naked or not? Who knows? My 2 roommates had a nice surprise. Mike, we got to get some commands. What does that mean? We got to get some commands and get the Instagram people. And to get the Instagram people here on Twitch so they can see them. I don't know what that means. Get the commands. Yeah, I'm treating Instagram basically like a rescue mission at this point. I'm not pouring any more effort into Instagram than I already was. Just trying to move people over to other platforms where they can actually interact with us. Spider-Man had 2 non-scale victories yesterday. This is a call out to everybody. If you've got a non-scale victory, if you're over on Instagram, I would love to hear your non-scale victories. On Twitch, I'm sorry, or TikTok rather, I won't be able to see you unless you're over on YouTube or Twitch. But if you've got a non-scale victory, now is the time to share it, because Spider-Man had 2 of them. He had 2 non-scale victories yesterday, and I'm massively proud of both of them. I took your advice, which is Chris's advice. Do not let failure get by without learning your lesson. He always says that at the beginning of his podcasts. Don't let a perfectly good failure go by without getting your lesson from it. I binged, and hence I altered the way I track. I don't just track calories anymore, but I write down the emotions too. This book right here, I was digging through my old stuff yesterday, and I found this here. When I was learning how to maintain, I tracked in here, and so I've got stuff from October and November of 22. It's like when I first started to put pen to paper, because I was nervous about this. I was nervous about writing something down, and then I'd have a testament to my failure when I failed. But now I've got. There are some, so to speak, failures written in here, but I recorded my exercises and I recorded my calories every day. I wrote it all down, and I wasn't always happy. Like, here's one from January of 23. Even though I'm giving myself a good number of calories, and I've never read this before. I haven't read this since I wrote it, so I wanted to read this for the first time on my podcast, but you guys are about to get one of my... Oh, hold up. Wow. Oh, my goodness. So here's me in January of 23, and I just wrote the word fat like 100 times. Oh, shit. Has anybody heard my 5450 story? Oh, it's more than just the word fat a bunch of times. Wow. Has anybody heard my 5450 story? I think it might be time to tell that story again. It was this day, February 8th, 2023. Holy shit. I've told this story a bunch of times now. February 8th, 2023. I didn't know that there was a date attached to it, but this is the miracle of writing down the things that you feel, and what happens is you get to look back and see just how far you've come. I'm lucky enough to know the day that I started losing weight, but I'm also lucky enough to know the day that I started really being able to reframe the way that I thought about eating. So the 5450 story was, and I had written this down, not this part of it, is the rest of it. It just says, binge. You chose to binge. Smiley face. You fat fucking worthless slimy hog. You ate until it hurt and kept giving, and tomorrow you'll do it again. Fuck you. Fat, 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 fat. And then over on the side in the lines it says, eat bitch, eat bitch, eat bitch, eat bitch, in larger and larger text. The 5450 story is it was self-harm a little bit, but it was also a vital step in my day, or my growth here. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep eating. I'm going to do it. It says 5,000 plus, but I remember the number 5450 because I've told it. I said, no, I'm just going to keep eating. I will allow myself to eat whatever it is that I choose to eat, but I'm going to record everything. I'm going to weigh it out. So, if I'm eating out of a cereal box, I will put it on the scale and I'll do the measurements when I've had my fill. I will I'll write that down. And so I did, and then I'd be eating the shredded cheese, and I drank 3/4 of a bottle of Chipotle sauce. Was it that night or something? It was insane. But I'm eating a bunch of chips. I don't remember what I ate. Just all sorts of binge stuff, ingredients. And at the end of that, I had a number. It was 5,450, 5,450 calories. And I didn't gain any knowledge in terms of numbered data at that point, but I did learn that no matter what, I can track, and a week from that it won't matter. So that number could be 10,000, which at my heaviest it sometimes could have been. When I do the math, I can look back at it and see. That's what it was. But a week from that, it's not going to matter. I just get back on my healthy. The next day from here, that was February 8th of 23. February 9th of 23, the next day, I mentioned nothing of it. Here's that one. February 8th, 23. I've written this down. You can see just how awful that is. February 9th. Nothing. It's like it didn't exist. It's like it's not even there. It's like it didn't happen at all. That quickly. I had a little note on the bottom. It said that my what's it called? Skip full tricep workout because chest still needs work. I don't know why I would do that, but again, I was learning. And yeah, I just mentioned that I didn't feel as strong during my workout because of everything that I had eaten the night before. So yeah. Wow. The next day it didn't exist. Essentially. That's how quickly this goes away. That's how quickly it ends. It feels like the biggest thing in the world when it's in front of you. Also, now looking at my thing, I'm realizing that I'm not able to see my YouTube comments, which sucks because now I may never get to see my YouTube comments again. But I can see that Smitty's over here. So, hey, thank you for being here, bud. I appreciate it. I think that's going to be it for today. I don't know if I've got it in me to keep going. But, hey, thank you guys for being here. If that proved anything to you, it should be that, if you, and you've heard me say this before, if you see me as something to aspire to, if you see me as some marker of success in weight loss and mindset and stuff, like, wasn't that long ago. Wasn't all that long ago that I had written something like that in my journal. Something that upsetting that, almost 2 years on, reading it again, choked me up a little bit, thinking about just how awful I was to myself. It really dictates the importance of being kind to yourself. It's the reason that I end anyone who asks me, like, what piece of advice would you give to someone if you could only give them one piece of advice? And I don't have to think about it because I end every video with that piece of advice. What's the most important weight loss advice that you can give to somebody? What is the one thing that'll change your life? You guys all know that it's not just one thing. It's never going to be one thing. But if it had to be, just be kind to yourself. This guy was going through it. This guy was dealing with things that I still, reading this, I'm just brought back to that guy again. And without him, I'm not here. Without the guy at the beginning of my journey, the guy who decided to start losing weight at all, I'm not here. Your success does not happen without you as you are now, exactly as you are now. Not different, not as you are next week, as you are now. In this moment, you are the person creating your success. Now. The version of me at the beginning of this journey, June 8th, 2017, him, 265 pounds. Started this journey and finished the journey and then launched himself onto a brand new journey that 265-pound Mike could have never imagined. That is all of you right now. Everybody listening to me right now, that is all of you. We're no different. If anything that I just read to you right now sounded like you, we're no different. We're exactly the same. So if you're proud of me, if you've ever thanked me, or if anything I've ever said has resonated with you, I hope you're thanking yourself. Because if it's me, it's you too. We're the same. Thank you. I hope be kind to yourself doesn't feel like an empty platitude anymore. I notice some people out there, it's just kind of, hey, be kind to yourself, and just some fluff that they put on the end of fucking garbage. Doesn't mean anything. To me, it saved me. You can see it saved me. Go make your future self proud. I'll see you guys later. Be kind.